Good morning, students. Welcome you all in English class. Today I am going to teach you poem number 7 of your honeycomb book, Meadow Surprises. It has been written by the poet Louis Brand Philip. Meadow. What do you mean by it? Meadow is an open field full of grass. Soothing air is blowing all around it. There are many animals grazing here and there and eating grass. And there are many insects, wildflowers, and trees, and so on. The poet wants to say that there are many surprises hidden in the nature, in the meadow, in open field. And you can find them, you can enjoy them, you can acknowledge them when you have a keen eye and you have interest in it. So let's enjoy reading the poet, but before it, let's know about the poet. So, the poet, here is the introduction of the poet Louis Brand Phillips. He was born on 15 June 1942. He is an American poet, playwright, editor, and author of children's stories. Phillips has authored or co-authored around 50 books for children and adults, including 5 collections of short stories and several volumes of poetry. He is the editor of 2 Random House poetry anthologies. The Random House Treasury of Poetry, Loved Poems, and the Random House Treasury of Light Words. He was a joint winner of a 1984 Swallowtail Press Poetry Award and was the featured poet in the Spring Summer 2011 issue of Light Quarterly. So, students, let's read the poem in detail and learn about it. Let's start from stanza 1. Meadows have surprises, you can find them if you look. Walk softly through the velvet grass and listen by the brook. The poet here tells you about a meadow and says there are many surprises hidden in the meadow. He says if one pays attention, a meadow has several things to offer and it gives you a lot of pleasure if you walk through the velvety grass. Velvety means soft grass. And hear the sound of the brook. Brook is the river. Next, stanza 2. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup. Butterfly sitting on a flower and unfold its drinking straws. Drinking straws are what? Drinking straws are a very thin part in the mouth of the butterfly which the butterfly used to drink the nectar from the flower. The butterfly draws the nectar through the straws which is there in his mouth. The poet describes a beautiful sight one can see in the meadow if they observe it. He says in the meadows it is possible to come across a butterfly comfortably placed upon her buttercup or flower full of nectar. It would seem as if the butterfly is sipping nectar from the buds and flower with the help of a drinking straw. You can enjoy watching this scene very normally, very generally when you walk through the open field. Let's see the stanza 3. You may scare a rabbit who is sitting very still. Still means no movement. Though at first you may not see him, then when he hopes you will. The poet here describes yet another beautiful sight of meadow. The poet says, walking on the soft grass, one may not be immediately able to see the rabbit hiding there because it looks like a small white ball. Okay, the rabbit might get frightened by our footsteps and would hop out of the grass. That indeed is a sight worth watching. It's really wonderful to see the rabbit hopping on the meadow. Stanza 4. A dandelion whose fuzzy head was golden days ago has turned to airy parachute that flutter when you blow. The poet here described the sight of birds transforming into flower. Sight of dandelion buds, which was transferring and growing into a flower. So, fuzzy head. What do you mean by fuzzy head? Here, this phrase refers to dandelion flowers which are covered by soft fibers like hair. Hence, the poet calls them fuzzy head. Okay, so dandelions are bright yellow flowers that appeared golden several days ago have bloomed and flutter as you go near and blow at them. Stanza 5. Explore the meadow houses, the burrow in the ground, a nest beneath tall grasses, the ants' amazing mounds. Here the poet describes certain houses that are to be seen in the meadows. If one explores the meadows, one comes across various houses which are hidden there in the meadows. There are burrows in the ground meant for similar many smaller animals like rat and rabbits, okay, mongooses. Some nests are also found beneath the tall grasses and mounds for the ants are also there. These are the wonderful creation of nature. Let's read the stanza 6. Oh, meadows have surprises and many things to tell. You may discover these yourself if you look and listen well. The poet here reiterates the fact that a meadow has several surprises to tell you. Okay, if one is able to pay a little attention, look and listen well, one may find several beautiful surprises in the meadows. Here is the summary given about the poem. The meadows offer several surprises to the one who has an eager eye to look at the meadow. Walking on the soft velvety grass, the sound of the brook, a butterfly sipping nectar from the flower, all such sights give immense pleasure. These sights are no less than the nature's surprise gift. Walking further on, one may find a rabbit hidden in the grass and one may not be able to see it instantly, but soon it would hop in front of you because it would be scared by the sound made by your foot. Okay, a dandelion that was golden a couple of days ago would have also bloomed. One could find several houses in the meadow. There would be burrows in the ground, nests beneath the tall grasses, mound for gnats, mound for ants, and so on. For every person, there would be some or the other surprises, and one can find if they have interest to observe it. See here the rhyming scheme of the poem. Meadow have surprises. Rhyming scheme, you all know, the similar sounding words which match to each other and create the scheme. Okay, so we all check out the rhyming scheme. We will take it out through the last word of the every line of the poem. Okay, as in the first line the last word is surprises, A. Second line last word look, it's not matching with surprises, so it is B. Third line last word is grass, not matching with other two, so it will be C. And listen by the brook, last word is brook. Brook is similar as look, so it will be B. So in this way, what is the rhyming scheme of first stanza? A, B, C, B. Okay. Next, stanza 2. You may see a butterfly. Butterfly A. Second line last word buttercup. No rhythm, no same. So B. Third word of the third line straws. No matching of sounds. So C. Last word of the fourth line is up matching with buttercup. So it is B. Again the second stanza has same rhyming scheme A, B, C, B. In this way student you all can take out the rhyming scheme of other stanza. 2 I have done for you, rest you will do by your own. If you have any queries or doubts you can make message or make call to me. If you so student take care, have a nice day, bye everyone.